My name is Jaleel Coleman, and let's just say I fall victim to depression. I've been dealing with this for the last, I would say, 3 years, and it's been very difficult. It's been a very rocky journey, and it's funny because, like, when I started off feeling this way, I never thought it would be me. Like, I always judged it, to be honest with you. I always looked at so many other people and I would say, how do you fall victim of depression? Like, life is incredible and there's no way that you could sit here and say, that you're depressed when you have all these opportunities and stuff. But, meanwhile, as I became older, I started to realize that it was me who was dealing with it. So some of the things that I feel like I've gone through as I've experienced, these different symptoms is like, sleeping late, not wanting to get out of the bed, feeling just like sad all the time, like eating, unnecessarily eating at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like just junk food, feeling like, I don't know, just upset, like things just wouldn't motivate me, like, and great things would be happening around me. I have a great family, I have great friends, so many great things that I've been able to do at a young age, but it would just be like those moments that just were like, for what, and I remember, calling people like my brother, Rashid, where I would like, call him and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm not with it today. Like, I'm just not with it. And he would always tell me, like, Jay, you're doing way more than most kids your age. Like, you're on a whole nother path that could, change the world, really. Like, you have so many different blessings. And it's like, yeah, I know, I hear that, I understand what you're saying, but still, it's just like, I don't know, I'm not with it some days. And so some things that I've done to kind of overcome it is like, I'll listen to comedy, like people like Kevin Hart inspire me so much. And every time I get upset, what I'll do is I'll go find inspiration. And that's why I tell people all the time, I don't believe in just creating vision boards. I believe in creating vision environments. And I feel like if you're constantly surrounded with what you feel like your end result is going to be in your life, that you'll always give yourself the promise of the future so that you can really forget the regret of your past. And so I look at these pictures, I look at these images, I look at these affirmations that I've spoke about myself and to myself all the time. And I believe that you should write them out in like first person present tense with emotion. And, I am this, and I am whatever else. So those have been some of the things that have helped me along my way. Social media, I believe, plays a huge part in what happens with anxiety and depression, like a huge part, because what happens is like you have these goals or you have these visions and things that you want to achieve in your life, and you see all these other people real time that are doing the things that you want to do. Some of them you feel like are nowhere near as good as you, nowhere near as talented as you, as attractive as you. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, it's just like so many different things that you see about them and you're like, how the heck do they have that and I don't yet? You know what I mean? And so it's like, especially squad goals, girl goals, whatever, you look and you're like, dang, like, why can't I have that? And then I think one of the things that I've had to cope with in my walk and in my journey is that I had to be okay with trusting God in my process and understanding that what God has for me is like for me. Nobody else can take it. And the scripture that has literally helped me through all of my depression, because that's just how I coped with it. And I know people watching this, maybe they aren't religious or spiritual, whatever you want to call it. You don't pray the same God that I pray to, but principles are principles, and good advice is good advice no matter where it comes from. And the scripture is, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. And that scripture has literally been the thing that I hold on to in my deepest and darkest moments, because I'm like, dude, you're doing better than you think you are. You'll be okay. My message to each and every person that might be going through what I'm going through, and it makes me emotional even as I say it, is this. I want you to understand that you are not wrong for going through what you're going through. You are not a victim unless you want to be of depression. You can fight it and you can get through it. I want you to understand that no matter where you are, that there's something inside of you that is a reason of why you're here on this earth. And because of that, there are forces that are trying to get you to believe that you're not supposed to be here, that you're not supposed to do it. And that's that same reason why you're being attacked. I want you to understand and know that I'm fighting the same fight with you. And together, I feel like we're going to be able to overcome it. All I'm asking you is that you would please not give up, that you would please not give in, because you matter. Period.